The crowd felt it before the scoreboard ever confirmed it. Something was changing on that Wimbledon court. At first, it looked like EALA'S dream was slowly slipping away under the bright summer skies of London. Her timing looked rushed. Her serve lacked its usual sharpness. The rallies were moving too quickly, and every exchange seemed to favor the player standing on the opposite side of the net. Across from her, Maya Joint looked fearless. Every clean winner from the Australian teenager pushed EALA another step backward. Every aggressive return forced the Filipina star deeper behind the baseline. The energy inside the stadium slowly tilted toward one side, and for a moment, it genuinely felt like the match was beginning to escape her. Then came the silence. That unmistakable Wimbledon silence. The kind that only appears when thousands of people suddenly realize they may be witnessing the exact moment a match changes forever. Because somewhere during that first set changeover, EALA transformed. And by the end of the afternoon, the player who once looked completely overwhelmed was standing center stage after producing one of the most astonishing comeback victories of the tournament. Welcome back, everyone. Today, we break down EALA'S unforgettable comeback against Maya Joint at Wimbledon, a match that started with frustration, evolved into a tactical battle, and ended as a warning to the rest of the tennis world. And, trust me, this wasn't just another win. It was a statement. Before the players even stepped onto the court, the atmosphere already felt different. Filipino flags waved throughout the stands long before warm-ups began. Fans had traveled across continents just to witness EALA continue her remarkable rise on one of the biggest stages in sports. Some had flown in from Manila. Others came from Dubai, Toronto, Sydney, Los Angeles, and London itself. Entire families wore Filipino colors with pride. Children held handmade signs with EALA'S name painted across cardboard. Some fans stood in line for hours just to secure seats for the match. This was no longer just tennis. It had become something much larger. Because EALA wasn't simply carrying her racket onto that court. She was carrying a nation. But standing across the net was an opponent who had become one of the biggest stories of the tournament herself. Maya Joint entered Wimbledon with confidence surging through her game after producing the biggest victory of her young career. Just one round earlier, she had shocked the tennis world by defeating Serena Williams, the legendary 23-time Grand Slam champion whose return to Wimbledon had dominated headlines for days. That victory changed everything for Joint. Suddenly, she wasn't just another promising player trying to survive the early rounds. She became one of the breakout stars of Wimbledon. And confidence changes athletes. You could see it immediately from the opening game. Joint attacked fearlessly. She stepped inside the baseline without hesitation. She redirected pace beautifully. And most importantly, she refused to allow EALA any rhythm whatsoever. For the opening set, everything belonged to Maya Joint. EALA'S forehand lacked depth. Her serve placements weren't creating enough damage. Even her movement looked slightly hesitant as she searched for answers that simply were not appearing quickly enough. Meanwhile, Joint looked completely free. Every short ball became an opportunity. Every extended rally seemed to finish on her terms. Every aggressive return pushed EALA farther behind the baseline. The scoreboard reflected the story perfectly. 6-3. First set to Maya Joint. And honestly, at that moment, many people probably believed the upset was already unfolding. Social media exploded instantly. Commentators began discussing momentum. Analysts questioned whether EALA could emotionally recover. The pressure inside the stadium started growing with every passing minute. But this is exactly where elite athletes reveal who they truly are. Not when everything feels comfortable. Not when momentum flows naturally. But when the entire match begins collapsing around them. EALA walked calmly toward her chair after losing the opening set. No visible frustration. No panic. No emotional outburst. Just focus. And whatever happened during that 90-second changeover completely altered the course of the match. Because when the second set began, EALA looked like a completely different player. The adjustments weren't dramatic. They were intelligent, subtle, calculated. She added more height over the net. She stopped forcing low-percentage winners. Instead of rushing points, she began constructing rallies with patience. That one tactical adjustment changed everything. Suddenly, Maya Joint had to generate much more of her own pace. And on grass courts, that becomes exhausting over time, especially when pressure starts creeping into every shot. Then came the second adjustment. EALA started targeting deeper returns directly through the center of the court. It sounds simple, but strategically it was brilliant. By going through the middle, EALA removed many of Joint's favorite attacking angles and forced the Australian teenager to create offense repeatedly under pressure. Instead of controlling rallies immediately, Joint now had to play extra shots. And extra shots create extra tension. Extra tension creates mistakes. Little by little, the momentum started shifting. A forehand drifting long. A rushed volley into the net. A return missing by inches. Small moments individually. Massive moments collectively. And slowly, the atmosphere inside Wimbledon began changing completely. The Filipino fans sensed it first. Every extended rally won by EALA generated louder cheers. Every break point created more tension. Every confident fist pump from the Filipina star sent another wave of belief through the crowd. Meanwhile, Maya Joint's confidence started fading in subtle ways. Longer pauses before serves. More glances toward her player box. Slight hesitation during critical points. In tennis, momentum doesn't always appear first on the scoreboard. Sometimes you see it in body language before the games even begin disappearing. Alex EALA recognized it immediately, and once she saw the opening, she attacked. Her footwork became sharper. Her returns became more aggressive. She stepped confidently inside the baseline and punished second serves with authority. This was no longer survival tennis. This was controlled pressure. Relentless pressure. The second set disappeared quickly. 6-2 Alex EALA. One set all. And suddenly, the entire match felt completely different. Now came the hardest part of any comeback. The deciding set. Because so many players spend enormous emotional energy fighting their way back into a match, only to collapse once the momentum resets again. But Alex EALA didn't slow down. She accelerated. The opening game of the final set became the emotional breaking point of the entire match. Multiple deuces. Long rallies. Pressure points everywhere. And somehow, EALA kept winning the biggest exchanges. When she finally secured that opening game, you could almost feel Maya Joint's confidence slipping away in real time. Then came the avalanche. EALA's movement suddenly looked effortless. Her anticipation became sharper. Every difficult shot seemed automatic. She was reading the match perfectly. Meanwhile, Maya Joint continued fighting bravely. To her credit, she never stopped competing. She chased impossible balls, changed tactics repeatedly, attempted shorter points, and searched desperately for solutions. Nothing worked, because Alex EALA had entered that terrifying mental zone every athlete dreams about reaching. The zone where the game slows down, where instincts replace hesitation, where pressure stops feeling heavy. And once a player reaches that level mentally, they become incredibly dangerous. Game after game disappeared. 2 love, 3 love, 4 love, 5 love. By that stage, the crowd inside Wimbledon realized they were no longer watching a comeback. They were watching domination. The same player who looked completely lost during the opening set was now controlling every important exchange on the court. Maya Joint made one final push while serving to stay in the match. But EALA refused to let the moment escape. She closed the match emphatically. 3-6, 6-2, 6-0. One of the most dramatic momentum swings Wimbledon had seen all week. And that final set told the entire story. After winning the opening set, Maya Joint captured only 2 more games for the remainder of the match. That's not luck. That's the lead adjustment. And more importantly, it revealed something critical about Alex EALA's evolution as a player. She does not panic under pressure. She solves problems. That distinction matters enormously at Grand Slam tournaments. Because talent alone doesn't survive 7 matches. Champions adapt. Champions endure uncomfortable moments. Champions identify tactical solutions faster than their opponents. And on this Wimbledon stage, Alex EALA displayed every one of those qualities. But to truly understand why this performance felt so significant, you have to look beyond the match itself. Because Alex EALA'S rise has never been just about rankings. It has always been about possibility. For decades, the Philippines watched tennis from a distance. Grand Slam champions came from the United States, Spain, Serbia, Switzerland, and Russia. The Philippines rarely appeared in those conversations. Then came Alex EALA, a young left-handed player from Quezon City with fearless ground strokes and impossible dreams. At first, she was simply a talented junior. Then she became the first Filipina to win a junior Grand Slam singles title. Then she entered the professional tour and slowly began climbing the rankings. And suddenly, millions of Filipinos who had never followed tennis before found themselves waking up at strange hours to watch her matches. They saw themselves in her. Her victories felt personal. Her defeats felt personal too. And with every tournament, the support surrounding her grew larger. By the time Wimbledon arrived, it no longer felt surprising to see Filipino flags covering entire sections of the crowd. Because Alex EALA had become more than an athlete. She had become a symbol of possibility, a symbol of representation, a symbol of what happens when talent meets relentless work ethic. But the most impressive part of her rise isn't simply the results. It's the way she has evolved mentally. 2 years earlier, difficult moments could overwhelm her. Pressure created hesitation. Momentum swings damaged her confidence. Now, pressure seems to sharpen her focus. That transformation didn't happen accidentally. It came through painful lessons, painful defeats, long training sessions, moments where she had to confront weaknesses honestly and improve them piece by piece. Her serve became stronger. Her movement improved dramatically. Her shot selection became smarter. And perhaps most importantly, her emotional control reached another level entirely. That emotional growth was fully visible against Maya Joint. Because after losing the opening set, many younger players would have panicked. Some would have started forcing winners recklessly. Others would have emotionally collapsed. EALA did neither. She adapted calmly. That's the difference between talented players and dangerous players. And right now, Alex EALA is becoming dangerous. Now comes the next challenge. And it may be the biggest of her young career. Waiting in the next round stands defending Wimbledon champion and world number 1, Iga Swiatek. A player known for relentless consistency, elite movement, mental discipline, and championship composure. On paper, EALA enters as the underdog. But after this performance, nobody will underestimate her confidence again. Because this comeback changed something. Not only for the fans, not only for analysts, but maybe for Alex EALA herself. She now has proof that she can survive adversity on one of the biggest stages in sports. She has proof that momentum doesn't scare her. She has proof that pressure can elevate her level instead of destroying it. And those realizations can completely transform a player's career. The matchup against Swiatek suddenly feels fascinating because stylistically, it presents a completely different challenge. Maya Joint attacked with freedom and pace. Swiatek attacks with precision and relentless consistency. She rarely gives opponents free points. She forces players to earn everything. And mentally, she is one of the toughest competitors in tennis. But Alex EALA has already shown she can compete with elite opponents on grass. Her victories earlier in the season against top-ranked players proved that. Her left-handed serve creates uncomfortable angles. Her improved movement allows her to defend far more effectively than before. And when she plays with confidence, she can redirect pace beautifully. That combination makes her dangerous on grass, especially when momentum starts building. And perhaps the most intimidating thing for the rest of the field is this. Alex EALA still feels like a player discovering her full potential. She's still learning, still improving, still growing into the pressure that now follows her everywhere. Yet despite all that, she already looks capable of producing world-class performances on the sport's biggest stages. That's frightening for the rest of the tour. Because players who improve this quickly often become stars faster than anyone expects. The Wimbledon crowd understands it now. The locker room understands it too. This is no longer just a promising young player with a nice story. This is a genuine threat. A competitor capable of adjusting under pressure. A player capable of controlling massive moments. A player capable of shifting momentum against dangerous opponents. And maybe, just maybe, a player capable of creating something unforgettable at Wimbledon. Because history in tennis rarely announces itself loudly at first. Sometimes it begins quietly. One adjustment, one comeback, one changeover. And then suddenly, the entire sport realizes something new has arrived. Alex EALA'S victory over Maya Joint may not have been a championship match, but it felt important. It felt like another step towards something much bigger. Because when the pressure rose highest, EALA didn't disappear. She elevated. And that's what champions do. As the crowd slowly rose to its feet after match point, the applause inside Wimbledon carried a different energy. Not sympathy, not surprise. Recognition. Recognition that they had just witnessed a player grow up in real time on one of the sport's grandest stages. The scoreboard showed the numbers. 3-6, 6-2, 6-0. But the real story was hidden beneath them. Resilience, adjustment, belief. And the terrifying realization for the rest of women's tennis that Alex EALA may only be getting started. Because somewhere inside the pressure of that first set collapse, something changed forever. The nerves disappeared, the hesitation vanished, and in its place stood a player beginning to believe she truly belongs among the elite. The rest of the tournament now feels different because of it. The crowd knows it, the media knows it, the players know it too. Alex EALA is no longer arriving. She's here. And at Wimbledon, that realization can change everything.